What's up, everybody? I'm Ryan, and this is LHN Films. This video is going to be on my series analysis of the Nashville Predators versus the Arizona Coyotes in their 2020 play-in series. So I want to talk a little bit about Game 4 at first. So Nashville came out flying. Ryan Johansson had a good scoring chance off of a rebound, but was unable to bury. Ryan Ellis did hit a post. It was really just Nashville controlling play and Kemper playing well. Nashville had a very strong start. Then we had some fairly uneventful hockey for a bit. And then all of a sudden, Michael Grabner, he's got the puck, and he had an absolute snipe on UC Saros. It looked like an Austin Matthews, Alex Ovechkin type shot. So the Coyotes had a 1-0 lead. Ryan Ellis hit the post again later in the period. So the Coyotes had a 1-0 lead. I think Nashville was clearly the better team in the first. Phil Kessel, very early in the second, comes out, scores. Had a perfect shot to the corner of the net. I thought UC Saros' angle was very slightly off, and you can't have a slightly off angle against a guy like Phil Kessel. Matt Duchene had a tip off of a shot from the point. It went off the post. And later on, Matt Duchene drew a penalty. And this time, Roman Josi took a shot that was finally tipped in by Matt Duchene. So he really came out to play in the second period. Austin Watson, later on, he kind of took a pointless cross-checking penalty, but Arizona was not able to take advantage of it. Ryan Ellis made a great pass to Victor Arvidsson, who was able to one-time it in to tie the game up 2-2. And at this point, it looks like Nashville has all the momentum. They're carrying play, and it's tied. Derek Stepan then takes an interference penalty. I honestly thought it was a pretty bad call. I don't think Stepan saw the guy coming. I forgot who it was. But Nashville was unable to convert on that power play. Later on, Arizona, I thought they had a very good chance. It was a 4-on-2. Puck goes to Phil Kessel. He was unable to finish. Score stays tied, and towards the end of the second, Victor Arvidsson unfortunately took a puck to the rib. It did injure him, and he was unable to return. And even then, Nashville they kept controlling play. So in the third period, Clayton Keller did get a breakaway. UC Saros made a huge stop on him to keep it tied. But Jordan Osterley was actually able to score it to make it 3-2. Just the guy everyone predicted, right? There was a big screen in front of the net, lots of bodies, took a little wrister from the point, and somehow ended up going in. Later on, Arizona takes a too many men on the ice penalty. Nashville couldn't score. Michael Grabner got a breakaway. Saros stopped him too. I thought Grabner had a very good series. He's such an effective guy on the penalty kill, so he's very valuable to the Coyotes. Alex Goligoski later on made a very good block on a Matt Duchene shot on a puck that could have gone in. With 30 seconds left in the game, Coyotes tried to get the puck out, but Ryan Ellis had a phenomenal keep in and then made a great pass to Forsberg, who one-timed it to tie it up 3-3. At that point, I see the puck flying through the air. I'm like, oh, that's getting out. But nope, Ellis kept it in. Great play by him to keep it in. Great pass by him. Great shot by Forsberg. So we're going to overtime, 3-3. It wasn't the longest of overtimes, though, as Vinny Hinostroza's shot led to Brad Richardson. He tried to tip it, didn't quite tip. The puck stopped. It was just a scrum in front of the net. Richardson found it again and put it in. So the Coyotes won the series 3-1. So overall, I thought Nashville was the better team in this series at controlling play. But just like in the regular season, Nashville had zero finishing ability other than that top line. The Jofa line was good, Forsberg, Johansson, and Arvidsson. But the rest of them had zero finishing ability. Both teams' defenses, I thought, were very solid, which going into the series, I did expect that, as they both have very good defenses. The Nashville top three with Ellis, Josi, and Ekholm, all three of those guys played a ton of minutes. And the Coyotes, all of their top six are just very solid defensemen. the series, I think, came down to goaltending. Darcy Kuemper was just phenomenal. Anytime Nashville did manage to get a good chance, it felt like Kuemper made the big save. Anytime that Arizona got the big chance, UC Saros was unable to make the save. Kuemper, I believe, had a .933 save percentage. When your goalie's playing like that, he's giving you a great chance to win the game. Clayton Keller, I thought, played very well. It's always interesting to see how the smaller players play in the playoffs. And, of course, this was many of the Coyotes' players' first time in the playoffs. I thought Keller really stepped it up, did a good job helping his team control play. Taylor Hall looked really good. He didn't look the best with his shots. However, he was good at creating chances and was making good passes. Phil Kessel, who did not have a very good regular season, he looks to return to form in the playoffs. I heard he may have been playing through an injury in the regular season, so it looked like he returned. But yeah, this series is just a very defensive series. It's two more defensive-based teams, so that's what you expect. And when you have two defensive-based teams, it will often come down to goaltending. So the Arizona Coyotes have a guy that could have been up for the Vezina in the regular season if he had not been hurt, in Darcy Kuemper. Well, Nashville had two question marks in goal with Saros and Rene. Of course, Rene didn't play, but Saros... It wasn't like Saros was bad, but he was not near the level of Darcy Kuemper. So the Coyotes were able to take this one. It'll be interesting to see how they do, as they'll be getting the 2 seed since the Blackhawks also won their series, which means they'll either be getting Vegas or Colorado, who are both very, very good teams. But if Kuemper keeps playing the way he does, I could see the Coyotes having a good run. And they've got some forwards, they've got some talent, so I don't think it's impossible that the Coyotes have a deep run in the playoffs. Well, of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens, who they're playing. So it was good to see the Coyotes finally in the playoffs, first time since 2012. Fortunately for Nashville, they're going home early. This is not what a lot of people were expecting, I don't think, when you look at Nashville on paper compared to Arizona on paper. But it came down to some clutch goals, some good goaltending, so Arizona was able to take this one.